Good day, everyone. I am Almin Geldi Salodario, the reporter of Maguindanao. This is just a continuation of the report of Ms. Marillo. So, as for the geographical location, it is already reported by Ms. Marillo. So, let's go first with the marriage. The Tindura youth enters into early marriages, which many women give birth before they reach 18 years old. The reason is economic reason, mainly bride price is a factor where the parents encourage their daughters to marry early. Also, arranged marriage is widely practiced. Grooms and brides do not see each other until before the wedding ceremony. This is their, um, ito na yung paniniwala nila na bawal magkita daw yung mga ikakasal kasi malas daw yon. So one woman said, even if I did not like the groom, I would not have called off the wedding because if I did, our family would have been obliged to pay twice the bride price to the groom's family. So this is their traditional way para yung yung babae hindi talaga mag-cut off dun sa wedding na gaganapin. This is the because nararespeto niya yung decision ng mga magulang niya. So let's go to the water and sanitation. There are two common wells in the community which were donated by a former mayor in the 1960s. When the artesian wells do not provide sufficient water, they purchase drinking water for free 3 pesos per container. Which is the access to water is an important issue kasi nga dito kumukuha sila ng kanilang pang-araw-araw na inumin, pang-araw-araw na panligo, pero ito nga yung problema nila. Someone says the wells are about 3 kilometers away from my residence. It is hard to carry containers filled with water kasi sa sobrang layo nito. Not only the distance but also the amount of water in the wells is an issue. They claim that during dry season, the wells occasionally dry up and they are faced with water scarcity. Ito naman yung sinabi ng isang eyepiece. When the wells do not function, it is a big problem. There are springs in the mountain, but they are very, very far. We need another well. Because napakalayo nga nung iniigiban nila, ang ginagawa na lang nila, they gather rain for washing, they buy second-hand clothes once a year, they wash their clothes only once a week to save on soap and water. Regarding toilets, half have an open pit type toilet, a few have a water-sealed toilet, others do not have any toilet. A toilet is shared by several households. So, karamihan naman sa kanila may mga toilet pero yung iba talaga nakikigamit na lang, yung iba naman wala talagang toilet. So when it comes to education, the Tindoray mothers have low education. Few were able to finish elementary school and drop out from high school. Kasi isa na rin yung kakulangan nila ng pera sa kahirapan nila. Kaya yung mga magulang maliit lang yung chance nila para makapag-aral. So, minsan ganun din nangyayari sa anak nila. Youth and children. In spite of the low income, parents express their desire to send their children to school. Similarly, the youth and children showed their interest to finish their education. Someone says, I do not want to be a farmer all my life, like our parents. That is why I am trying very hard to continue studying. I want to be a doctor in the future. However, they struggle with financial problems. Some IP said it is very difficult to buy school supplies, such as folders, papers, pencils, envelopes, and pens because of lack of money. Dahil nga sa kahirapan nila, nahihirapan silang bumili ng mga kakailanganin nila sa eskwelahan, kaya minsan yun na rin yung cause ng pag-drop out nila. The chance of a Tindoray child to drop out of formal school is high. The major reason is poverty. A girl who stopped studying when she was in grade 4 did not want to go back to elementary school anymore, even if she is financially supported, because other students will be much younger than she is. It will be very embarrassing for her. Now let's go to the early child care and development. The Tindoray women feel that a daycare center is needed facility. They said, it's better for the children to learn in a daycare center instead of playing around the whole day. If the children are in daycare center, they would learn how to use pencils, how to read, and how to write little by little. Then, when they start elementary schooling, studying will be smooth sailing. The adults are overwhelmed with domestic and farm work. It is their wish that a daycare center take care of their children while they work. And let's go to the bullying. The Tinduray children have shining and straight hair. From their appearance, it seems rather it's difficult to distinguish them from those non-Tindorays. However, the children said not Tindoray student called them kinky hair at school because uh, they are an IP student. So some non-IP, they really bully some IP student kasi kakaiba sila. And let's go to the working children. The children regularly help their parents in various domestic works, including babysitting, cooking, washing, and fetching water. They are also engaged in farm labor such as weeding and harvesting, calling malong-malong. Tinatawag nila itong malong-malong. They are paid with 30 pesos per 100 square meters for 5 pesos per lane cornfield. So, several Tinduray children ran after vehicles to ask for money. Kasi nga, bukod sa hindi kaya ng magulang nila na suportahan sila sa pag-aaral, minsan yung mga estudyante o yung mga bata, sila na lang yung tumutulong sa magulang nila para may pangkain sila araw-araw. Someone said that I work just to earn money to buy our school supplies. I really want to finish schooling. Hearing this will give you will give you hope to finish schooling even though it's hard. Several IP student depicts the road by covering holes with soil and stones and chase vehicles to ask for coins. Some passengers drop coins from the vehicles and the children would pick them up. So, ganun sila nabubuhay para magkaroon sila ng pera. Ganun yung ginagawa nila. let's go to the security concerns of the IPs in Mindanao, which is the Tinduray. There is an indication that the community has been affected by armed conflicts. These concerns include land grabbing, threats, intimidation, and killings by armed individuals, as well as displacement due to land disputes and development projects. They also struggle with inaccessible health services and malnutrition. So, some Tinduray, nangangamba sila kasi may mga tao na gustong kunin yung lupa nila. Kaso wala pa namang batas para wala pang batas na ini-implement para protektahan yun mula sa mga tao na gustong kunin yung lupa nila. So, that's all for my report. Thank you for listening.